It's advantage Liverpool in the Champions League. Jurgen Klopp.
Day by day the result will feel a bit better for us and a bit worse for Bayern.
Gini Wijnaldum says all attention now turns to a huge match at Manchester United in the Premier League. As Manchester City prepare to take on Schalke, Kevin De Bruyne believes winning the quadruple is nearly impossible. And we get the latest on Maurizio Sarri's future after a tough few weeks for Chelsea. Hello, welcome to the programme. Jurgen Klopp believes Liverpool's 0-0 Champions League draw at home to Bayern Munich will look a lot better by the time they arrive in Germany in 3 weeks' time. Two clubs with 10 European Cups between them couldn't produce a goal, but the Liverpool players believe they have the upper hand as they attempt to reach the quarter-finals. Simon Crabtree reports.
As the teams arrived at Anfield for this clash between two European giants, the fans had hoped for a classic. While the match didn't quite live up to those expectations, both managers at least seemed satisfied with the result.
I'm pretty sure that the opponent, Bayern, in this moment feels a bit better than we do. But we have 3 weeks and day by day the result will feel a bit better for us and a bit worse for Bayern. If we win tonight 1-0, what would have changed, really?
I can't remember many clubs that have not conceded at Anfield. The way Liverpool play, they're a sensationally good team. We didn't score, but we didn't let one in, and we're at home now, and I think that the home game is certainly an advantage. We'll play in front of 75,000 fans, and we want to go through just like Liverpool.
Bayern Munich had scored at least 2 goals in each of their last away games in Europe, so to keep a clean sheet was something the players were proud of, especially as they were missing their defensive leader, Virgil van Dijk.
I have to say that the guys at the back did a good job today. They play against one of the best strikers in the world, and they stop him from scoring a goal. So I think overall they defend quite well. So they did a good job. But yeah, next time we have Virgil back, so it's always good to have him back.
With the second leg in Germany 3 weeks away, Liverpool can now completely concentrate on their most immediate task, a trip to Manchester United in the Premier League.
I look forward to it. They're in a good run right now. They won the last couple of matches, except the one against Paris Saint-Germain, I think. But yeah, also the way they're playing, there's a new flow there. They have confidence. I think since they swapped manager, a lot of things changed there. So it's going to be, I think, different than the game we played them at home.
The match is Liverpool's game in hand over the current leaders Manchester City and could propel Liverpool back to the top. After drawing 3 out of their last 4 fixtures though, do Jurgen Klopp's men have what it takes to win at the Premier League's form side?
Simon is back at Anfield for us. It wasn't exactly a thriller, Simon, but what's the reaction there the morning after the night before?
I think they are predominantly looking on it as a decent result. I'm actually joined by former Liverpool player Neil Mellor. Neil, is that how you're looking on it? On the reflection?
Well, I think there's an element of disappointment because with the first leg being at Anfield, Liverpool certainly would have wanted to have got an advantage, and the way they played in the first half certainly did enough to score a goal and maybe get that advantage for the second leg, but came up against Bayern Munich, who were really strong defensively, and the result probably was better for Bayern Munich, but all to play for in that second leg.
A good 3 weeks before the second leg, so all signs now pointing to Manchester United. It's big at the best of times, but how do we look on it this time around?
Well, completely different. When Liverpool played Manchester United before Christmas, it was a comfortable victory for Liverpool. It was 3-1 and the scoreline reflected how dominant Liverpool were on the day, whereas Manchester United now coming into this game are completely different. All of a sudden Jose Mourinho's left the football club, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's come in, and Manchester United have been rejuvenated, so it'll be a completely different game. It will be much tougher than the game here at Anfield earlier on in the season.
They haven't won at Old Trafford in their last 4 visits though.
Time to put that right. Obviously it's a huge game for Manchester United as well. They're missing 2 important players, don't forget, Martial and Lingard, who've been very influential under the new Inter interim manager there at Manchester United. So Liverpool will go into the game fully confident, knowing how important a result will be. This is the game in hand against Manchester City, and Liverpool can go top of the table with a positive result.
Now, it would be remiss of us to talk without mentioning Mo Salah. I think we do it every single time, don't we? And rightly so. He's got 1 in his last 4, but 4 in his last 6. So what we're looking at?
We're looking at a match winner. That's what Mo Salah is. He scored 20 goals this season. He got 41 last season. He's a player who can be the difference in such an important fixture. Strange to think he hasn't scored against Manchester United, but United will be weary. He could be the man to make the difference on Sunday.
And has he got that in his locker at the moment?
Yeah, I think his confidence will be there. It'd be interesting to see if he plays central or maybe a little bit wider. Firmino's played central last few games and Salah has been out wide, but I think we will see him get some opportunities. Let's hope he is clinical for Liverpool.
Good man if you're a Liverpool fan. Of course, if you're a Manchester United supporter, you might be thinking differently. But as Neil said, it is that game in hand. The goal difference is 10 in favour of Manchester City. But if Liverpool pick up any sort of a point, they will go back at the top of the table at the weekend.
Yep, fascinating situation. Thank you very much, Simon Crabtree there.